What's up, guys? It is Sam, and I wanted to talk about how to use Bitcoin to pay for something anonymously. Damn, that fan is loud as fuck. Shut that shit off. Sorry about that. To pay for things, or just not even pay for things, but just to get Bitcoin 100% anonymously. So, if you are here for the first time, my name is Sam. What's good? And if you are returning, it's good to freaking see you. So, I actually first learned about Bitcoin back in 2013. That's when I had my first Bitcoin. I knew nothing about Bitcoin, nor do I pretend to even slightly know anything about it today. But what I do know is that certain things that I go to look at online to purchase are like, hey, you get a 20% or 30% or 40% discount if you use Bitcoin. That's interesting. And why would they do that? Well, I mean, they don't have to pay all these extra fees, like through a merchant company. Everybody wants their own piece of the pie, right? So the merchant service company, any of the banks, what else? They don't probably have to pay taxes on it with the way that they're doing it. Who knows if they're, I don't know how, there could be people who are doing it in a legitimate way where they do pay the taxes, so that's kind of like up in the air. But I was just looking at a site and there's a 30% discount for paying with Bitcoin. Like, that's pretty substantial. And I've seen other sites and I'm like, I got to figure this out at some point, because paying with Bitcoin, I can get pretty substantial discounts at a lot of these places that I'm looking at. Not a lot of them, but a decent number of the sites. And you're like, what the fuck is this guy looking at? Well, SARMs and peptides, which are not for, the SARMs are not for human consumption, just for research purposes, or peptides, generally speaking, are not necessarily viewed super positively from merchant services companies. So using something like Bitcoin allows them to still operate without having like a MoneyGram or a Western Union, which can also be a costly option, because now it shifts the burden of that cost from the company to the individual. So the price of the item is substantially higher, right? Because if I was going to go buy this and I had to use pay for it in an alternative method, and I had to pay, say, with Western Union. First of all, there's two costs. There's going to be the implicit cost and then the explicit cost. We're going to go over the explicit cost first, which is going to be like the amount that I'll have to pay for this, plus the transaction cost at, say, MoneyGram or Western Union. Plus, we're going to add into that the implicit cost, which we're not going to quantify here, but is your time. Driving to someplace to do this, you can probably do some of this shit online, but depending on what is going on, and if you want it to be more anonymous, for whatever reason that might be, going to one of those shady gas stations, it's pretty easy to do that shit. So now you're like, Sam, get to the fucking point, and I'm almost there, bro. Just relax. So there's a website called Paxful, Paxful, where you can use a gift card to purchase Bitcoin through their website. So, and then you can put it into your wallet, do whatever you need to do with it from your wallet standpoint. If you think about that for a second, and I believe it's just dollar for dollar, because it says you have to want to buy Bitcoin fast, pick up a gift card with cash, save the receipt, and exchange it for instant Bitcoin. So when you think about this, if you want to be completely anonymous with the Bitcoin, and this is tiny amounts, right? Because you're not going to buy 10 grand worth of gift cards. Well, maybe not, but more than likely that when you go to that point, unless you get one of the prepaid gift cards or something, but at that level you probably have to provide some type of identification. But just for several $100s or even $1,000 or two, you could do something where you have a gift card, you get the receipt, you do this, and you can get Bitcoin completely anonymously. Like, right, I could bring a bunch of cash to Target, buy a gift card, go here, get the receipt plus the gift card, and be able to buy Bitcoin completely anonymously. So I find that just kind of interesting, and I know that it's been something that I've always thought about or trying to understand more detail, but I've never really put much effort into it. And I just learned about this, so I just wanted to make a quick video about this because I feel like this could help some other people. I'm sure there's other people who were questioning on how to do something like that. So another place you can like buy Bitcoin is, I just had it up here, is Coinbase. You can buy Bitcoin through Coinbase, but you got to set up a wallet before you do that. As I learn more about this and continue to test this stuff, I'll let you guys know. If you want to see more content like this and all the other stuff that I do, make sure you press that subscribe button and that little bell notification so YouTube can notify you every time I post a video. Peace.